Imagine the situation. Your close friend who really trusts sends you a video link to a very popular adult content website. At first, you're a disbelief. It looks like he's being hacked, so naturally, you text him in another messenger and ask him, I think you've been hacked. What's that? And then your friend replies, no, the link is real. I'm really sorry. You go back to a messenger, you open the link, and the video pops out when you can see yourself, your face, and somebody else's body in hardcore, intimate video. How would that make you feel? Because this is exactly what happened to 22 years old college engineering student Taylor. She immediately called the police, but police was kind of confused. They asked her, did somebody put a with you online? And she answered, no, someone put my face on online. And the natural question from police was, what did you do to cause somebody to do this to you? After a couple of weeks, she called the police back, and the detective said that it's disgusting what happened, but they didn't break any laws, so they had the right to do that. Taylor was obviously not happy with this answer. She made her own investigation. We are going to talk about this more. If you think that this can never happen to you, you're wrong, because her story is not unique. In 2023, the analysis from homesecurityheroes.com made a research on deepfakes. They published 2023 State of Deepfake reports. They studied 100,000 deepfake videos online, and the results were quite unpleasant because 98% of all of the deepfake videos that are around there are adult content videos. Moreover, 99% of all of the characters that are featuring in these videos are women. In 2019, this kind of similar research was already made, and from 2019, producing of deepfake videos increased to 550%. Such exponential growth indicates a rapid proliferation of deepfake technology and its escalating integration into our online experience. And I think I don't even have to know that almost all of those videos, the vast majority, is not consensual.
I was sitting here with my boyfriend, and my face popped up on the screen. And it was just shocking, seeing my face looking at the camera, basically making eye contact with me.
Hi, it's Polina, and on this channel we'll talk about important social phenomena and analyze the meaning that's behind them. So subscribe to this channel for more, and let's get into it. But if you still think that AI has nothing to do with you, you're wrong. A lot of the technologies that are already normal for us are created by using artificial intelligence. For example, the Face ID recognition on your phone, the social media feed, the spell check tools, spam check tools, your digital voice assistants like Alexa, Siri, Alisa, all of them are using artificial intelligence to communicate with you, and investing in AI kind of becomes popular. For example, in January 2023, Microsoft company invested $10 billion into OpenAI, and famous Elon Musk also happened to have his AI company, xAI. In December 2023, he announced that he is going to get $1 billion from investors in his xAI company. Also, engineers create a lot of new AI robots that can clean toilets, construct cars. Also, AI technology is being used in operations and surgery. In the nearest future, we'll have a lot of AI robots in our everyday life, actually doing chores that normally has been done by humans. AI is not only can be used for some practical tasks. In 2021, researchers from Stanford found out that 10 to 15% of all clinical decisions regarding diagnosis and treatment are inaccurate. Medical professionals using the help of AI can really decrease this number to zero. And I think that the most important and impressive discovery that has been already made by AI was made in 2022 by Google's AI lab DeepMind, when they offered a gift to humanity with protein structure solution. If it says nothing to you, I will explain simply. The problem is that every year up to 100,000 people die from malaria disease. And for many years, it was impossible to create a vaccine, because for that, the researchers needed to have a 3D structure of protein that lives in the surface of malaria parasite that causes the disease. But in 2022, DeepMind, the Google company, they predicted the structure of 200 million proteins, which are almost all that are known to science, and they made that knowledge available to the entire scientific community. Now you can look at 3D structure of a protein almost as easily as doing keyword Google search. It's sort of like unlocking scientific exploration at digital speed. Much earlier, before creating ChatGPT, in 2016, Professor Stephen Hawking made a speech in Cambridge University. He said that creating AI will be either the best or the worst thing that ever happened to humanity.
Alongside the benefits, AI will also bring dangers, like powerful autonomous weapons, or new ways for the few to oppress the many. It will bring great disruption to our economy. And in the future, AI could develop a will of its own, a will that is in conflict with ours. In short, the rise of powerful AI will be either the best or the worst thing ever to happen to humanity.
Nationwide survey reveals that 8 out of 10 Americans worry that artificial intelligence tech will be used for identity theft crimes. And that is not for nothing. There already happened a lot of crimes using AI. For example, in 2023, a woman got a phone call from an unrecognized number.
This mom got the scariest phone call of her life. On the other end, she hears her daughter crying.
She's like, "Mom, I messed up," as she's crying and sobbing.
Then a man gets on the line and claims he's kidnapped her 15-year-old daughter, Bree.
He's like, "Listen here, I've got your daughter. You're not going to call anybody. You're not going to call the cops." And I just put the phone on mute and started screaming for help.
The kidnappers demand $1 million before reducing it to $50,000.
I, at that point, started screaming at them that I want to talk to my daughter again, which they refused.
She called her daughter in her actual phone, then turned out that she is okay, she's fine, she's not kidnapped. And the criminal just used AI voice cloning technology to make it looks like she is calling her mother, even though she wasn't. And this scamming AI incidents happened much more often than you might think. In 2020, fraudsters cloned company director's voice in 35 million heists. Branch manager of Japanese company in Hong Kong received a call from a man whose voice he recognized. He needed to authorize some transfers to the tune of $35 million. The manager, believing everything appeared legitimate, began making the transfers, and it turned out that the phone call was not actually from a brand manager, and they have been scammed for $400,000. Now let's return to the deepfaking and the story of Taylor. As I said earlier, she made her own investigation, and she found out that she's not the only person who has been targeted with this deepfaking videos. She found out actually the name of this person, where he worked. Her story was captured in the documentary movie Another Body. Mike, the person who created deepfakes of her, also made 28 videos of popular YouTube ASMR artist GB with almost 5 million subscribers. And Taylor actually reached out to GB and offered her to take part in anti-deepfaking movement. And in 2022, GB first time addressed this issue. She made a short YouTube video.
There is a lot of me on the internet. I had no choice. My face has been digitally plastered countless times over other people's naked bodies to create sex content that I never consented to. Right now, the laws surrounding deepfake and other intimate image abuse are almost non-existent. It has felt hopeless and honestly unsafe to ever speak out. However, I am relieved to finally be talking about this with some support. I was reached out to by MyImageMyChoice. It's a group of very hardworking activists who are openly pushing for change and becoming a resource for the countless people who have been targeted and abused by others online.
So GB also took part in creation of this documentary Another Body, and along with this, the movement MyImageMyChoice. MyImageMyChoice is a cultural movement tackling intimate image abuse from the creators of the documentary Another Body. On their website that I advise you to visit, they say that intimate image abuse can have devastating, even life-threatening impacts, but governments and tech platforms aren't doing anything to address it. Intimate image abuse websites based on violating consent have become thriving online businesses. Companies like Google, Visa, Verizon are enabling and profiting of this abuse and normalizing misogyny. On this side, there are a lot of stories of women who were victims of deepfaking. In I've been really motivated by the story. I really hugely recommend you to watch the film. Going closer to the end of this video, you should ask yourself is how would you behave in such situation? How would you feel? What would you do if you would be deepfaked? Because this is something that no one is protected from, really, because if you post yourself online, you probably really have a lot of pictures and videos and other data of you, and if a person wants to harm you, if they want to hurt you, destroy you, they can actually try to do it by doing this deepfaking adult content videos and images. So I think it's important to talk more about this, not be silent, don't blame the victims, and be understanding. It's important not to be alone, to ask for help for lawyers, psychotherapists, your relatives, and people who love you, and understand that you're not alone, definitely, and there are a lot of women who experienced the same thing. This is the end of this video, and if you watched the video till this moment, I really appreciate this. Leave a like, subscribe to this channel, leave in the comments your thoughts about AI technologies and its threats, and also if you haven't seen, check out the video that I made on the toxic side of Slavic bimbo trend, and I'll see you in the next videos. Goodbye.